and welcome to Lyra. I'm Sian Beckett and I'm here to help you with practical guidance during your spiritual awakening. And in this video I'm going to cover the only clair or ability that is not classed as part of your 3D reality. In effect, it's totally a psychic ability, and that is claircognizance. Claircognizance, if I've said that right. It's the ability to just know things. So it's your gut instinct. And yes, if you've got good gut instinct, you are psychic. You have a psychic ability. You've got claircognizance. Because if always your gut instinct is right in every situation, then you're using your intuition properly. You're not letting your ego or your mind or your fear get involved. You're just knowing it. And when someone asks you to explain, but how do you know they're not a very nice person, or how do you know that this is going to happen, and you just know, you don't need to explain yourself. There's no scientific evidence as to why you just know things. And people might say, you're such a know-it-all, or when they look at you, they might think, why does she know everything about me? Why do I feel like I'm being intimidated? Or they might feel like you can just look straight through them and see past any BS. And they don't like that. People don't want someone that can look straight through to their soul and decide whether they're a nice person or not. They want to put on a facade. If you're the person that can just see straight through the facade and you're not naive, you're not easily convinced, then you've got claircognizance. And this is another I'm going to go through, there's not really much to say about it, it's just your gut instinct. And everybody says, always trust your gut instinct. What they're trying to say is, always trust your psychic ability to know what's happening. Because if you start listening to your rational mind, which says, oh, but they're probably okay, or don't worry about going out today, there's nothing going to happen, if you listen to that, you've always got a voice in your head that tries to convince you that what you think you know, you don't. If you don't listen to that, that's your ego, just ignore it, and you follow your gut instinct on everything, then you're normally never going to go wrong in life. So I would say most of us have that, but we choose to ignore that. Some people might choose to be incarnated here on earth and not have any abilities because they just want to have an easy life, because it's actually more difficult to have psychic abilities than it is to just stay completely blind. Well, they won't have claircognizance. They'll just go through life bumbling around, not really knowing what they're doing, which is fine. And that's what we're here for. We're here to try and help those people, because I hear quite a lot on spiritual social media of people saying that, there's a lot of people asleep in this world, as in they haven't spiritually awoke. And they might have chosen to be like that because it is quite hard work to be a light worker or somebody that's trying to help people when people don't necessarily want to be helped. So they choose to incarnate and not know anything and not remember that they are psychic because it's a lot easier. And this brings me on to another topic. A lot of people have been asking me, so how did you come to the realisation that you're a Lyrian starseed and not one of the others like Orion or Sirian? And again, that is claircognizance. I just know. When I saw other people posting content about Lyrians, when I saw my first picture or drawing, because they haven't actually got a photograph of them, of a reptilian, it was my feeling, my claircognizance and all of my clairs kicked in and just sort of said, oh my God, that's it. That's where I'm from. I never had a dream. I didn't have images come back of my old life as a Lyrian on the planet and what the planet looked like and everything. When I do my art, I remember, I kind of just do the art and I know what they should look like. But it's not because I've seen a vision of them or I've seen them in real life or anything magical like that, which It's just that, I suppose if I did some sort of past life regression, I may remember. But on Earth, we're supposed to come here and live our life organically, and we're not supposed to know everything. Because if we knew every single past life, first of all, it'd wear me out, because I'd be like, oh my God, not this again. As soon as you arrive, that's why they say babies cry when they arrive. They're like, oh, here we go again. But it's more about, some people know that they're Pleiadian, and they might have had a dream that tells them that they're Pleiadian. They might have had a dream that they're from Orion. And bearing in mind, in the world, there's always a balance, and people that have got Orion starseeds who come from that part, that is, they've got a really bad reputation, because like I say, the reptilians, this, that and the other. However, in every race there's good and bad, so you can't totally write them off as, oh my God, you're an Orion starseed and we had a galactic war back in millions and millions of years ago, because it's all over now and we've got to learn to get on together, and there's a balance. There's always going to be good and evil. There's always going to be male, female. There needs to be a balance, but it's all supposed to be here. Everything's here on purpose. So if we remember that and stop slating each other, and remember that whatever you are, wherever you were, I mean, most people have been incarnated on a few different planets. It's maybe the Lyran incarnation I had was a pungent one, or my first ever incarnation, and that's why it sticks out in my memory. Or maybe it stuck out because I was there during the Galactic War, and I remember all I've got is the feeling of when I first saw a reptilian. I'm not going to lie to you, a picture of one, my gut sank as if I was frightened, and I know it's just a picture of what could be a cartoon. It's not in this reality. It seemed to me like, I don't know why I'm feeling these emotions, but if I was in a war, it's the same as me being in the Holocaust and seeing a picture of a Gestapo. It makes your gut feel a bit sick. So whatever happened in the past is the past, and all we've got is what's here and now. And what we can do is concentrate on the light and concentrate on our claircognizance and our clair knowing that everything's going to be all right, and we're all here for a reason, and there might be bad things happening, but if you concentrate more on the positive things in life and less on conspiracy theories and the negative, the more emphasis you put on the negative parts of life, or the negative people, or the negative starseeds, or the negative people that they say are reptilians, the more power they have. So just don't concentrate on anything like that, and just think, what can I do to improve the world? Because you're never going to change everything, but you can change some things. You can help some people. You can help your little community. You can help your family. So just try small and stop worrying about the negative sides of life, and you will find that your life will flow a lot easier. And yes, if you're a light worker, you will attract negative entities and people trying to pull you down. And in a way, the more light work you do and the more you help people, the more negative things happen to you, because the negative entities are frightened because they know that you're giving them less and less power by helping more and more people, so that you will attract more negative things in your life. It's a little bit like getting distracted, but if you just think, no, I'm going to stick with my claircognizance, I'm going to stick with my clair knowing, I'm going to continue on my path and forget all this stuff happening, because we all have lots of rubbish happening in our lives and lots of distractions to get you off your path. Just keep going, just keep bashing on through, because being a light worker is the most difficult task you're going to have, but we will get there, and we will make Earth Lyra. We will make this planet as beautiful as some of the planets in the galaxy that have had a lot more millions and billions of years work before us. We're a relatively new planet, And this is why a lot of light workers have been, a lot of starseeds have been incarnated here at this time to help the planet to get back on track and get back to more of a balanced atmosphere and a more tranquil atmosphere, to help nature, to help the environment, to help people love each other, to help us all be one people, stop racism, everything. There's no coincidence that 2020 is when a hell of a lot of people are going to be spiritually awakened, and also there's 8 supermoons. The moon is closer to the earth than it's been in 48 years. There's a lot of things that are not a coincidence that are happening this year. So take note, help, and forget about negativity, because it's not going to help. Just think about what you can do, not what you can't do or what's stopping you. And try and get rid of all these negative distractions. Okay? That was my rant, okay? So good luck. I know it's more difficult than, we've had a tough year so far. This video has been made in June, so we've just had lockdown, we've had all this stuff happening. And just take a deep breath and just think in a few months we can all get back to what we call normal. However, we might look at things a little bit differently and being a little bit grateful. And we are grateful for this stop to the material world and time to think about what's really important, friends, family, just having something nice to eat. And we will never forget this. So I will see you in the next video. And in the meantime, take care. Lots of love. And just say, we are grateful.